A group of friends is having a party at the beach. All the teenagers agree to put their mobile phones in the trunk of a car to ensure that the party can't be seen online. The following morning, Kaylee and Mitch wake up in the lifeguard shack. Kaylee's boyfriend, Jonah, awakens in a nearby car next to a girl named Chanda, along with Vance and his girlfriend, Ronnie. Gilbert wakes up, stuck from the waist down in a trash can. A girl named Marcia wakes up, topless, having fallen asleep on top of a picnic table. The rest of the group, including Heather, are nowhere to be found. Kaylee witnessed suddenly getting sucked into the sand. Kaylee warns Marcia not to touch the sand, but Marcia doesn't listen and is immediately immobilized by something hidden underneath the beach. Vance attempts to help her, but he falls and has his face eaten off when he touches the sand, and he and Marcia are pulled into the ground. Jonah concludes that the cracked ball from last night must have been an egg. The group cannot call for help as the phones are locked in the trunk of the car. So Mitch and Kaylee toss raw hot dogs at different ends of the beach to see how big the creature is. Jonah uses 2 surfboards as a bridge to reach the picnic table. He makes it to the table, but not before the creature has slashed his stomach, leaving a painful wound that starts seeping pus. Ronnie and Chanda attempt to retrieve the phones from the car, but Ronnie gets her fingers stuck in the door of trunk. Not long after, a beach patrolman named Alex drives onto the beach. The group warns him not to touch the sand, then is shocked to see him walk across the sand unharmed. With Mitch realizing his shoes are protecting him, the patrolman assumes the group is on drugs and taunts them. Alex drops his keys in front of the lifeguard tower, and when he attempts to pick them up, he ends up stuck as well. He temporarily fights it off using his pepper spray, but the monster eventually consumes him. Kaylee retrieves his pepper spray, which gives Mitch the idea to reach the truck by putting his flip-flops on and wrapping his feet with towels soaked in pepper. Chanda throws his towels from the car, but Mitch falls over and breaks the banister on the boardwalk, causing him to fall onto the sand, where the creature kills and consumes him. Kaylee, after a brief moment of sadness, takes charge, frees Ronnie's fingers from the car trunk, then has Chanda use the broken pieces of the boardwalk as a bridge to get to Jonah on the picnic table. Before they do that, Gilbert discovers that he has cut his stomach on the edge of the trash can when he attempts to move, attracting the creature. Kaylee and Ronnie walk across the makeshift bridge to Chanda and Jonah. At the last step, Ronnie trips and, despite Kaylee's efforts, she is seized and pulled under. In desperation, Chanda follows through with Mitch's plan and runs across the sand to the truck with pepper-sprayed towels wrapping her feet. The group celebrates for a brief moment, but then Gilbert ends up being attacked by the creature, which kills him and sucks his body through the trash can. The creature, having grown much larger tentacles, bangs against the patrol car, knocking Chanda unconscious. At nightfall, Chanda wakes up and finds a self-inflatable raft in the back of the truck. She inflates the raft, and Kaylee and Jonah use it to reach the patrolman's car. However, the ground shakes wildly, knocking Kaylee out of the open door and onto the raft. A long glowing tentacle shoots out from the ground, attacking her, manages to get back on top of the car and takes 2 of the gas cans on it and uses them to set one of the large tentacles on fire. Kaylee, Chanda, and Jonah lock themselves in the car as the creature's tentacles bash it. Eventually, the attacks stop, and after a few minutes of silence, Kaylee and Chanda notice that Jonah has died from his injuries and cry for the loss of their dead friends. In the end, the 2 girls fall asleep huddled together. The next morning, the girls are awakened by a man who asks them if they are okay. Kaylee and Chanda leave the car and walk on the beach, noting that the creature is gone. The man calls an ambulance as Kaylee and Chanda walk off the beach, both of them traumatized.